Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit, where I've been looking at this question for a minute or two. There should be traces of your misdeed on this piece of evidence. There's literally only one thing I could think of that would have traces of evidence. So I'm like, can we get a luminol spray on the hot air balloon? That's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, in theory, if you crushed him... Right?
Take that!
The analysis of balloon baskets turn up the evidence we need.
The balloon again. That was my thought. I'm like, it can't be the balloon. How many times have we used that? You already have your bullet hole. What else do you expect to find? We expect to find plenty, actually. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, crap. Was I wrong? If there's truth to be found, he'll find it. He's a hero of justice. He sure is. We'll find something for sure. Mr. Edgeworth has gotten out of way tighter spots in this one.
Do what they said. We believe in you, Miles Reno. And, so does your pop. He's looking down on you right now. I know he is.
Oh, that was a nice moment. Just stay calm and see this through to the end, Miles Edgeworth. A perfect victory is only moments away.
The president's body double was killed by the balloon. Traces of a certain substance will prove that.
Oh, the yellow, what was that? Was that gunpowder?
You, Simeon Saint, will pay for your crimes at last.
I'm looking forward to this. Time to wrap up the mysteries of the past and present once and for all.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, deal the final blow to this unforgivably wicked man.
The last piece of evidence will prove your guilt beyond a doubt.
What should we expect to find on the balloon if it was used across the... Uh-oh! I don't have gunpowder. That's what I was expecting. Uh-oh! I thought I had this. Okay. Jeez. Alright. Gunshot residue detection on right hand. Flexible yellow substance found. Lily pollen! Oh! I just saw those. Bam!
The wind Sean found the president's body. He also found a bouquet of line lilies.
Yes!
Lion lilies, symbol of the connection between parent and child. Popular flower back in Jingfa.
That's proof. A bunch of flowers that would be rotting at the dump by now. A bunch of flowers that shone through away. So much for your beautiful symbol of parental connection. That's got nothing to do with any of this.
Ignore him, Sean. You threw those flowers away, that much is true. But the bond they represent remains as strong as it ever was. The president held on to them until the last, an act which provided us with our final piece of evidence.
So that's why he was covered in them. What are you talking about?
The flowers Sean disposed of had been squashed flat. They must have been crushed by the balloon. If we examine the basket for traces of lion lily pollen, what do you think we might find?
No. You don't need to see that. You looked over the basket just now. Anyway, if there's pollen stuck to it, you would have seen it. Those flowers bright yellow.
Objection!
Little evidence is visible to the naked eye, Mr. Saint.
Huh.
Emma.
Yeah?
I'd like to call on your scientific skills once again, if you don't mind.
Leave it to me. All right. Let's take a look at this balloon basket, shall we? All right, here we go. Well, I don't do it. I've got something. Bright yellow pollen, just like you said. If it's from the same flowers, it shouldn't take more than another quick test to prove. What? Got him.
And there we have it. You murdered the president, and this murder you carried out yourself.
No, how could this? No.
You crushed the president with the balloon. Then you loaded his body into the basket and took him to the refrigeration unit.
Why? Why go to the trouble of removing the body?
Because he knew another incident was scheduled to occur at that same evening.
Oh, Rosie Ringer's murder.
Exactly. If he left the body up there, it would have interfered with his other plans.
I get it. You couldn't leave the body in the refrigeration unit for too long either, right?
Indeed not. So while returning to the big building to drop the body off again the following night, you must have observed the fire Sean caused, and the Torosaurus head falling as a result. That's what gave you the idea, wasn't it? To frame Sean for the murder.
You made it seem as though the flying head was what killed him so that my son would take the blame. Despicable coward.
In order to achieve your aim, you lowered the president's body from the balloon to the lot below. And while he was dangling from the rope you used,
I don't get to do any of this.
he was caught on Sean's rehearsal tape.
No. How did you see through it all? How?
You manipulated people, and you manipulated this case just as you manipulate animals on the stage. You thought you were all powerful, but your reign is at an end.
The animals look like they're mad with you, Simeon. Even Bunny and Azia. They thought you were their friend, but you're not. They're sad and mad all at the same time. I can tell. Stop it. Stop looking at me like that.
Perhaps they won't. You finally stop clowning around. You're not cut out for comedy. Your tale is destined to end with a whimper.
I don't. Get away from me. Get away from me. Leave me alone. Dad, where are you? I'm so scared. I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing. I'm not the bad one. They are. Why, Bronco? Why did you stop me from going to see my dad? If only none of them ever did what they did, I wouldn't have had to. I couldn't trust the police. I couldn't trust anybody. I was all alone with nobody to help. But that man, he helped me. Canis was the only one who ever helped. So what if I used people I had to? Is that so wrong? No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, I have no control of this. Ow, that hurts. Stop it. You, no. Oh, wow. No. No. This Canis. It seems the game is up at last. Oh, no, it's you. All right, whatever. I'm gonna same thing.
The killer.
Oh yeah, how does he fit into all this? Mr. Edgeworth, may I be the first one to congratulate you. You've unmasked the person behind this entire sorry affair. Now I'm free to... Wait.
No.
Guns are so clumsy, don't you find? I don't have a gun. Please, not only are you carrying one, you were just about to draw it. He must have stolen it from the president after murdering him. This gentleman betrayed a bond of trust. He knew the so-called president was an imposter, and yet he employed me to kill him nonetheless. There's nothing more dangerous for an assassin than to be lied to about the nature of one's target. If one doesn't know what cards one's opponent is holding, one can be very unpleasantly surprised. But that was not your true crime. No, thinking you could deceive me, manipulate me. That is the crime for which you are about to pay.
No.
You. It's been a while, the killer. Step aside, Canis. That man is my target. I would politely ask that you call off this particular job. He'll pay for his crimes, but in prison, not at the end of your blade. And if I refuse, let us just say I might not take the loss of one life that I ever saved too well. You saved a life. Bodhidharma Canis, the blind butcher himself. Preposterous, I know, but yes, I, who have taken so many lives, once chose to preserve one, that of an innocent young pup. And he, in his turn, saved mine. Something of a bond formed between us. Not while you like, I know I would, but I would respectfully request that you spare him. As one professional to another, ask that you let this particular target live. Very well, the boy must mean a lot to you.
thank you. I am in your debt. You need not thank me. I simply see little point in the two of us killing one another. Now then, I bid you all good day.
Wait. Arrest him.
No, get back here. You have my thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. This young pup needs to be shown the error of his ways, and you have done just that. Alright, I suppose we'd better be getting back. Ironclad enclosure awaits. Doesn't it, helmet? Yes. Yes, it does. Oh, hello.
You killed my dad, didn't you? Old man.
I will not lie, I did. My victims deserve to be remembered, at the very least. But I sense great hatred for me from you, horned pup.
How do you know he has horns? How does he know he has horns?
In that case...
Sean, no!
You must not falter, little one. Here, you may use my knife. Take it and cut my throat. One slice is all it takes. I was growing rather tired of carving my little statues anyway.
I want revenge. I want it so badly. Sean, don't do it! Please, Sean, I beg of you. At least, I did until just now. I would have done anything to make you pay, no matter how long it took. Oh, but you should make those who wronged you pay. It'll make you feel so good. Trust me. All the pain, all the suffering, it all goes away. It drowns it all out, numbs it. Maybe it does, and listening to you, I thought maybe that's what I wanted.
Sean.
But it's not just about me. Say I get my revenge. How does that help anybody else? If I become a murderer, my mom suffers 10 times more than I ever would. So would all the people I work with. They're counting on me, and they worry about me.
Thoughtful words indeed, little one.
Yeah, well, I get it now. I won't ever forgive you, but I shouldn't be the one who gets to punish you. That's what these guys are for. My mom, the prosecutor, people like that. Sean. Wow, you may be young, Sean, but you're way wiser than I'll ever be. That you could at least consider trying to better yourself, okay?
Very well, then I suppose we'll be on our way. With me, young pup.
On our way to where?
Where else? To the prison. Our home.
Our home. Don't we need to have a trial first? There's not going to be a trial, is there?
With that, the case came to an end. A case that had dragged so many people into its orbit. But as for me, there was one last thing I had to do.
What now? Am I becoming a prosecutor again? I mean, obviously, but... Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth.
What's the big idea, big guy? Want to tell us what we're doing here?
Mr. Edgeworth, your request has been processed and approved.
You're, what now?
They've asked for my prosecutor's badge to be reinstated.
Bad, what is the meaning of this? I'm returning it. From this day forth, I am a prosecutor no longer. Yep. I still can't believe you did that for me.
A certain man once said that to be an attorney is to be a defendant's most trusted ally. That by believing in your client, the truth will make itself known.
I know a guy.
That man's image has forever been forever burned into my memory. As strongly as a vision of my father fighting in the courtroom.
Good old Gregory.
But that's his and my father's path. Mine lies elsewhere.
Mr. Edgeworth.
My path is that of the prosecutor. It always was.
Well, then I guess that's that.
I'm sorry.
No, I dig it. And besides, I can tell by that look in your eye that your mind's made up.
It is.
Alright then, looks like our work together is, diddly done. Just don't come crying, old Eddie, if you change your mind. This club's now closed to new members.
I understand.
Hey, Milester. Care to tell me why, at least? How come you're so dead set on popping the old prosecutor's hat back on?
You once asked me something, Fender.
Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor or help people as an attorney? Why not do both as a prosecutor? Something tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you, one only you can answer.
I've been thinking about that question ever since. About how I mean to live my life. Now that this case is over, I think I finally know the answer. I'm going to help people as a prosecutor.
But can't you also do that as an attorney?
Look at it this way, Simeon Saint was also a victim of sorts.
Lost his one and only parent all those years ago, and with him, his ability to believe in a just world. I know how that feels. To lose somebody so important to you, to lose faith in everything. Doubt everything and be utterly alone, to fight and fight and fight. And what I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty so I make that my policy. But I was lucky. Somebody was kind enough to save me from myself. I think it's a neat touch. And I didn't want to say this until now, but I feel like it's safe at this point. That they never showed Phoenix. That's an interesting choice, because it would have been very easy right there to just like, there's Phoenix, right? Like, that probably would have been a big moment. But I think the fact that they let this be Edgeworth's own story, like, it's his story. Yes, Phoenix is a big part of that, and it's the reason why he is where he is right now. But this is Edgeworth's story, so they didn't bring Phoenix into it. I think that's a nice touch, actually.
Mr. Saint had nobody.
Until cue the credits, and then there's Phoenix ruining everything I just said.
He had no faith in the law. He felt that seeking revenge himself was the only option.
Don't even you imagine that the body double would ever go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No, I'm sure didn't. As long as Winter was around, no evidence was ever going to stand. He even nearly managed to ruin things this morning. The guard almost got away with it again.
I want to help people like him.
How do you plan to do that?
If he had been able to rely upon the law, none of this would have happened.
Chairman Winter made a mockery of justice, and in doing so drove Mr. Saint away from seeking it. The law is only as good as its practitioners. It can be a shield that keeps the people safe from harm, or a sword wielded to wound them. Just one among many of the law's great contradictions.
You can say that again.
Yep, it's what we folks in the trade like to call a legal contradiction. The law is far from perfect.
But one cannot solve such contradictions in the law without engaging with it. I don't think an attorney could have saved Mr. Saint. But a prosecutor, the custodian of the law, I think perhaps they could have. I plan to take up my badge again and confront those contradictions at every turn.
Very well, Mauserino. I like it. You know it won't be easy breezy though, right? Finding the law itself, that's that's lawyering on hard mode.
I understand that, but somebody has to do it.
No, I don't doubt that, and if it has to be anybody, it should be you. Laws are like people, I guess. They both gotta grow and change, adapt or perish, am I right? You're gonna smash this, I just know it. After all, you're Gregory's boy through and through. If there's one thing that man did not know how to do, is to give up. Eyes on the prize and straight on till sunset. That was his motto. You know what? I saw that same determination on your face the second you mentioned taking up prosecutoring again. You know what's really grown and changed? I hate to be a great big cheese ball, but you. I only wish your dad was here to see it. He'd be proud as all get out.
Thunder, thank you.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if you're ready to begin, we can get the ceremony underway. There's a ceremony?
Please.
I was like, is this a wedding ceremony? By the power vested in me by the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, I, Verity Gavel, do hereby, in the sight of the Almighty Goddess, reinstate Miles Edgeworth as a servant of the law. Prosecutor's badge data jotted down to my organizer. Can I present it? All right, you're a prosecutor again. Best news I heard all week, sir.
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, I got a scoop. Your pops is gonna want to know all that his kid just signed up for. Want to know that his kid just signed up for the opposition a second time.
Thank you again, Fender, for everything.
Don't thank me out. The next time you see me could be across the courtroom. This face is a whole lot less roguishly charming when it's not on your side of the aisle.
I would relish the opportunity to face an attorney trained by my father. I hope that day comes very soon.
Alrighty, Fender out.
Welcome back to the fold, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thank you, Judge Gavel. I owe you more than I can say.
You do?
You strove to right the wrongs of the committee from the inside. Oh, that must have been a lonely battle indeed.
Not at all. I was never truly alone. That's right. You had the goddess of justice on your side.
Thank you for teaching me that it's possible to fight in such a way. The contradictions within the committee are like those within the legal system itself. If we aren't able to overcome them, the real truth will forever evade us. I have you to thank for teaching me that, and for setting me on this path. I hereby swear to confront the contradictions that afflict the law, and to overcome them.
And I thank you for your commitment to that cause, as does the Almighty Goddess. I truly believe that such efforts are necessary in order for the law to grow and improve.
I will look forward to seeing you in the courtroom again soon.
As will I. You did not see the best of me when I last oversaw a trial. Next time will be different. I will show you what it means to serve justice with true impartiality.
Judge Gavel, I don't mean to call your motivation into question.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
But to my mind, the ideal judge is not wholly impartial. The ideal judge is human. Even in the courtroom, they laugh, they cry, they rage, they smile.
I mean, I don't remember the judge crying a lot. I do remember him laughing a lot when he probably shouldn't have been. I know he got angry. I don't know how to call it rage. He did get angry a lot at us when we made up nonsense.
And then when all is said and done, they pass down a judgment based on that very humanity. I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but perfection isn't always the loftiest of ideals, and it's certainly not the only thing to strive for. Forgive me, this is my opinion, and nothing more.
You're right, of course. There are other ways. And I thank you for sharing your insights, Mr. Edgeworth. There's another reason I was never truly alone during my long struggle against Chairman Winter. Someone else was with me. Someone other than the goddess. Was it? Oh, I thought it was me. Of course, Sean! This clipping gave me more courage than words can express. Simply having it near gave me hope. No matter how hard things get, no matter how formidable one's opponent, when we feel that we are not alone, we can keep going, no matter how hard the road ahead. Mistakes have been made, but we must fix them, for Sean's sake more than anyone's. Like the mistakes made in the incident in which his father died. So you see, there is something more important even to me than the words of the goddess. It may anger her to hear me say such things.
So that was your secret weapon all along. The strength of your bond with your son.
Perhaps you are right. Perhaps I should not strive for an unachievable perfection, but I must grow. As a servant of the law and as a mother, I believe above all else.
I see. It seems we both have plenty still to learn.
Indeed. We're neither of us perfect yet. Let us continue along our chosen paths, and continue to grow as we tread them, until we meet again. I look forward to that day. May the goddess watch over you as you embark upon the next step of your journey.
I lost the title of prosecutor, but I've now regained it, and in doing so I've seen a new way forward, a new path for justice, and I'm determined to follow that path until it finally leads me to the truth. No matter how hard it might be, no matter what obstacles might arise, woe betide anybody who stands in my way. For whoever they might be, whatever they might say, I will lift my voice up and shout.
Woo! We did it! Alright, now, usually they talk all throughout this freaking credits. Maybe? So Chief, what kind of scoop we looking to land ourselves next, huh? Didn't I teach you nothing, knucklehead? We're journalists, dang it. These are our stock and trade, our bread and butter. You don't just hand this stuff over, not even your danged apprentice. Sorry, Chief, I guess I still got a whole bunch to learn, huh? Well, alright then, I better go track down some leads my own self. That's the spirit, you go get him, champ. Before you mosey on down the way, mind sharing what kind of leads in there these might be? Huh? But Chief, you oh, come on now, I'm pretty much your editor, ain't I? Can't hold out on the boss. Come on, Chief, that's cold. Yeah, since it's moving, I'll talk about the game when this is all done. My arm wound has yet to fully heal even now. The bodyguard who inflicted it was a skillful practitioner indeed. I shan't be forgetting him in a hurry. But never mind that now. Time to return to the life as a simple ice cream seller. Although I had been thinking that perhaps crepes would be more my speed. Well, no rush. I'm sure there'll be time to ponder that matter before my next job comes in. Bringing him in was a nice touch. I liked that. We got here, I don't know who this is going to be. She might have knocked me out my butt, wise guy, but I ain't out for the count just yet. I'm keeping my guard up. I'm looking for an opening. We'll get out of this dump yet. Ain't that right, Teddy? That second bell rings for the next round. Escape shenanigans will come out swinging. Till then, it's training, and more training. I don't think anyone's getting a voice for this because I can barely keep up reading. I'll try. You want to know if I'm still planning on becoming an animal stylist? Sure, I'm studying every single day. Still up to my elbows in mud. But I guess it suits me better than being a newspaper salesman. I plan to make my new career when I finally get out of here. What's that? Is my release a few more years away? Now, because I helped warden the guard? Why do you think I'm being so nice to these stupid freaking animals? I don't care about freaking licenses. I just want to get out of here. Why me? Oh, wait, we got. Come on. There are a lot of freaking characters in this one. Oh, Regina. All right. I was so shocked when I learned what Simeon had been up to this whole time. I trusted him. I was his boss. Still, I can't sit around being sad forever, I guess. The show must go on. Can't let the magic department and the ventriloquy department get the better of us. We'll have the stage and blow away the competition and all those awful memories with it. Dang, that was hard. Alright, Canis. I must have gotten soft in my old age, haven't I? Boy, yes, I have. 18 years ago, I saved a life, and the troublesome child is still keeping me busy to this day. And now here we are, back in the cage. Well, we'll have company soon at least, won't we, boy? Yes, our friend the pup. Things certainly won't be dull with him around. No, they won't. The way they do credits makes it so hard for me to talk about this game. Oh, those two. I feel so bad for those two. Oh, what dessert shall we eat? Chocolate cake, sticky and sweet. Oh, so soft, fluffy, and light. You'll be dreaming of it tonight.
I'll always be waiting for you, Judy. And I'll come visit you every day, just like you and Eddie did when I was in here.
We have so much to thank him and Mr. Edgeworth for. Most of all, the fact that I get to eat your delicious desserts again, Samson.
And not just you, they gave me permission to keep providing sweet treats to everybody here. I guess putting the gospel of candy making for all these years is finally paying off.
That may have been the saddest case of this whole game. Hello, sweeties. Fancy seeing you here. I owe you all great big thanks, you know. And your old Greg Pegleg, too, of course. After all, it's thanks to you, all of you, that I can eat Sammy Poo sweets again. I've been thinking of making a lovely medicine out of them. I'm going to call it Snacker's Delight. It makes your stomach so small you can only eat snacks. That's terrible. So you can get skinny as a tent peg and love every minute. I'm going to make a fortune. Nutrition? Alright, I'm gonna let that go. Man, I've met so many beautiful people now and drawn so many beautiful sketches. Lulu isn't the biggest fan of my new work, though. She took one look at my sketchbook and hit me over the head with it. Bam! And just like that. Good. And then she left. I guess it's one less beautiful person in my life now. So I've got a big decision ahead of me. To follow my art, follow my heart. Dude, we know how it's gonna go. By heart, I mean new girlfriend. You got that, right? Yes, we did. We assumed. You don't even need to say it. Oh, Larry. We got bad or...
Bad, sir. The Badnator. Seriously, though, thanks for the assist today, good buddy. You want me to talk about IS-7? I'll talk all day. Sounds like that Edgeworth kid is doing good work. Yeah, Miles Reno chose a different path from his old man in the end. A path that means we can't work together, but that won't stop me from looking in on him from time to time. You've come pretty far yourself. Holy macaroni, a compliment from Big Bad, Detective Bad? Am I dreaming? Well, flattery will get you everywhere, old pal. You ever need a little vendor magic, just say the word.
All right, who's left? We got Verity, Sean. Oh, yeah, them. Looks like they'll be letting me off a little easier than I thought for what I did. I guess because I told them I was kind of forced to do it. Ouch! Ain't no such thing as easy when it comes to crime, dang fool child. Sorry, Grandma. I still feel awful about it, of course. But I'm just so glad I get to stay out here with you. What's that? You think we should be getting back to work? I guess you're right. Can't keep the dead waiting. This is Emma. Science saves the day again, huh? Good thing I happen to be around, right? Even if I do have to jump right back on a plane again and go back to Europe. All this flying around is gonna get tiring. Still, it's all part of becoming a first-class forensic investigator. I guess I better get going. Oh, but if you ever need me, just say the word, okay? I'll come running. You know I will. Oh, Francisca and... Now probably just Francisca. The greater one's father, the greater the pressure to be great. But Eustace Winter, was it? He has chosen his own path now, and he will be tested. Just as I was. Miles Edgeworth chose to live as a prosecutor over how his father lived. That, too, is a valid answer to the question we've all had to wrestle with. Oh yeah, I forgot, there's still Winter.
My father hid his secret. Poor burden. I could only have imagined. I thought only of my family name. He thought of so much more. He thought of our entire nation. I'm going to carry on that legacy, to fulfill his last great wish, even if our president was an imposter, even if the real president is long dead. Even if it takes all my effort and all my men's effort, Xingfa will rise again. I can't wait for you to see it.
I gave up on the winner thing. Told everybody to stop calling me that. Because I didn't win. My dad did it all for me. I'm going to start again from scratch. I won't let what he did ruin everything. And pretty soon I'll be better than him and better than Edgeworth, so watch out. Now, first order of business, get a new nickname. But Yui. Get Fender. Fender will make you a new nickname.
It was eventful to say the least, but we got it done, and the movie's going down great.
I think the murder stories from the gossip magazines might have helped.
Big Bad Man emerges from Big Bad Bull, revealed the true face of the monster managing for President murder plot.
Huh. Wait, this is a picture of you, Mr. Powers.
What? But why?
It's not so bad after all. It'll make people come and see the movie, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Poor Powers.
Oh, Sean and Verity.
I very much enjoyed the movie, Sean.
It's nothing. It wasn't even a big part.
The boy who befriended both Torosaurus and Gordy, they don't come any bigger than that. And it was a role you were born to play.
You think? Well, it would be cool to be in the sequel, I guess. And I kind of like acting. Hey, can we pick something up before we head back? I want to get some lion lilies for my dad.
Of course, and I'll buy some too, for Amelie.
Oh, I think we're reaching the end. We're at the end. Aw, here we go. I can control the text again. Phew, it's been a busy few days, huh, sir?
Unbelievably so. How did so many important cases all come along at once?
There's never a dull moment when I'm around. Guess I'm just lucky that way.
Wait, so all that stuff happened because of you?
No, Gummy, how could you say that?
And yet, I don't think the good detective is entirely wrong.
Well, okay, what now? We'll be returning to your thieving practice.
Yeah, good question.
What? You're not sure?
How can I put this? I guess I feel like I've been trying to follow in my father's footsteps this whole time, you know? Try to become a great thief just like he was.
Yatagarasu, or Yatagarasu at least.
But, watching how this all panned out for you, Mr. Edgeworth, it got me thinking that maybe I need to get out from under his shadow and live my own life too. Just like how you decided not to do the whole attorney thing. It's time to make our own fate.
And she's right, after all, nothing thrives in the shade.
I'm going to be my own hero.
That sounds like an admirable plan indeed.
I won't be giving up the name though. Can't not be the Yatagarasu, right?
Whatever name you pick, you'll always be K to us, K, and you'll always be a hero.
Thanks, Gummy. You'll always be my Gummy, too.
You bet I will, and I'll be doing my detective thing just as hard as always. So I'll be counting on you, sir.
Yes, and I'll be counting on you too, detective. I just have been counting on you these last few days. You've helped us out too many times to mention.
Are you gonna give him a... Oh, there we go. I was just gonna ask, is he gonna get a pay bump?
I think your next salary review may come as a pleasant surprise.
Huh?
But wait, you mean...
What's the matter? I'm saying I'll see to it that you get paid a little more, detective.
Yeah, well, this is unbelievable, sir.
No way, go Gummy! It's like a dream come true. I can finally leave the instant noodle life behind.
No, but don't think I'll be letting you rest on your laurels. Your work won't be getting any easier. I hope you understand that.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. I'll give you everything I got. Just you wait and see. Is that literally the first Gumshoe pay raise in the entire franchise? I'm pretty sure it is.
The Fender and Judge Cavill set me on a new path in life. The path on which I will face down every contradiction that the law has to present. The path at whose end lies the ultimate truth.
Can I really do this? I'll need to give it some serious thought. It certainly won't be easy, nonetheless. Mr. Edgeworth, there's another reason I was never truly alone during my struggle. Yep, someone else was with me. Someone other than the goddess. Of course, Sean, this clipping gave me more courage than words could ever express. Simply having it near gave me hope. I feel that we are not alone. We can keep going no matter how hard the road ahead. That was your secret weapon all along. The strength of your bond with your son. Strength of my bonds. Are you playing Persona now? Oh, I almost forgot.
What is it?
I was trying to find other members for my Yatagarasu team, right? I do vaguely remember something about that. I never even found a single one. We are going to be unstoppable in our quest to steal the truth. So much for that little pipe dream. You're kidding, right? You already have a team. A team that can solve any case the world cares to throw at it. Huh? Yeah, I guess I do. The prosecutor, the detective, and the great thief. Between the three of us, we can hunt down the truth, put it in handcuffs, and steal it once and for all. I can't help feeling a little sorry for the truth in that case. As long as the three of us stick together, we got nothing to fear. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed, nothing at all.
My father followed in his own path, right to the end. And now, I follow a path of my own making too. But not alone. I have some colorful companions to help me. As long as they're beside me, I won't lose my way. It's a new path and a new me. And I'll be walking it as a prosecutor, not an attorney. My father's path and mine are different. But they're not as separate as they may seem. Though the routes differ, the destination is the same. Because, of course, both end at the truth. Where's my photo? Alright, there we go. That's not the one I was expecting, but that is good. The end! Turn out for the ages. Achievement awarded. Okay. Are we sure? New items on. Okay. Alright, so for anyone who might be new, I like to talk about the games after they end and kind of give my thoughts. And this game kind of breaks my rhythm on that. I actually have a really hard time giving my thoughts on these games because normally I do it during the credits. And I have to talk during the credits. So now there's nothing going on, and I have to think about how did I feel about this game. Good. Obviously, it's right in line with all the other games. It's very good. I don't know ranking wise where I would put it. I mean, I still have other Ace Attorney games to go, which I do plan. I do plan on playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I bought it. So that is a plan. I don't know when necessarily we'll get to it. In fact, if you're wondering what's coming up next, once we jump back into story games, which will probably be a couple weeks from the time this goes up, we should be doing the next in the, why can't I think of it? Professor Layton series. That's it. So we should be doing the next Professor Layton game. I would really like to play the Ace Attorney Layton crossover. In fact, the whole reason I started playing Professor Layton in the first place is I knew playing the Ace Attorney games that the Professor Layton crossover was on there, and I thought I should at least have some idea of what Professor Layton is about if I'm going to do this crossover. And I played the first game and I really loved it. In fact, if you haven't seen, I have a full playthrough of the first 3 games on the channel. Consider checking those out. So I want to get to that. I think will probably be the next Ace Attorney thing I do. And then from there, I'll probably move on to the Ace Attorney Chronicles. Not sure when exactly that'll all play out. I'm not sure how much more of the Professor Layton games I can do, because the rest, after this next one, the rest are on the 3DS. And that is, I would have to, basically, I don't have a capture card, so I'd have to emulate it. And I feel like that, from what I've been told, that one uses a lot of the 3DS functions, like the gyro. And I don't know how feasible that's going to be. So I have to see about that. But getting back to Ace Attorney Investigations, and I felt like every case was just awesome. Like, I got to the end and I felt like it was just so good. All the characters were so good. I can't think of one character that like didn't, I don't want to say it wasn't great, but didn't serve their purpose. Every single character in here had a purpose and filled it. Like, I'd have a really hard time nitpicking any of these characters. And if I did, that would be it. It would be nitpicks. Which isn't surprising. The characters are always really good. The stories are always really good. The Simeon Saint thing I did not see coming until we got pretty close to the end. And even then, it was all kind of down to, well, he's the same age as Bronco. I wonder. And then you know, they put the 2 kids in the car together. That kind of sealed that. Still really well done. Like, I'm sure when I go back and play this again, that I'll see all these hints that kind of point towards him having something to do with this, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what those are. So again, just really well done. I mean, especially because I know they had to do localization for this, for the collection. I thought it was good. I haven't played the fan translation, so I can't really compare one way or the other. From what I've been getting in the comments, it's kind of been like 50-50. Like, some things seem better, some things not quite as cool. I think that's probably to be expected. So, no real complaints there. I think there were a couple, if I remember, like typos, but that's, again, been kind of a common thing. So no issues there. I'm kind of curious what the pun names that they came up with in the fan translation. It might be fun to go back and just play that just to see what they did, even though obviously I already know what happened. That could be interesting. But no, I thought it was good. I wish I had something to critique. I really don't. I thought they did a good job. It was well written, well paced. I never felt like I was stuck. You know, I think I've mentioned that the investigation parts, I feel like go on a little longer than they should. I didn't really feel that as we went on. Like, for a game called Ace Attorney Investigations, I felt like they did, for the most part, really after like the first chapter, I felt like the investigations were pretty well paced. Yeah, I have nothing really to add to it. I want to thank everyone who's been watching. I know this is kind of a long series, so everyone who's been watching, like, episode 1 through 90, whatever. Even if you skip some, like, I totally get it. But I just appreciate everyone who has been watching, and I hope you look forward to what we have coming up next. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.